Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I just want to show you how you can use Claude to generate UI designs that are very much editable. So I actually generated this particular landing page using Claude. So this particular design is just for the sake of this tutorial. When I open this up on the prototype section, you can see that we have like a few interactions of hover effect. You can also see that here. Then when I scroll down to this section, you can also see the hover effect here. So let's get right into it. So now we're going to come to Claude to prompt it to generate the UI design that we want. So your prompt is usually very important. The more descriptive you are, right, the better the outcome. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna keep it simple. So I'm going to paste my prompt here and you can read along. You're a senior product designer and front-end engineer. Create a modern SaaS landing page for a product called, let's say you already have the name of the website. You can just input it here, but I do not have the name of the website. I'm going to erase this, include these sections, design requirements, and then this is very important, this last section, output as a single self-contained HTML file. We want our code as a HTML file. So I'm going to then send it to Claude while I wait for its response. So once Claude is done generating the code, you're going to have the UI design and the code rendered on the right. So you can easily switch from the HTML file to the UI design. As you can see, the design is not entirely perfect, so you could still prompt Claude to refine it till you're satisfied. I'm going to have this particular HTML code downloaded. So once I download it, I'm going to come on here, then I'm going to click on this downloaded file. So once you click on it, this opens up. You're also going to see that certain interactions are already in place. You can just scroll through this and you have this, and then you have this. So we're going to come back to our Figma and make sure we already have this particular plugin saved into our Figma file. I'm going to come back to my Figma canvas because I have it already saved in my plugins. So I'm just going to run it and open it up. As you can see, we're required to put in our URL here. So I'm going to copy this and try to paste it. But if you paste it, you're going to see that you're asked to use the browser extension. That is the HTML to design Chrome extension. So we can either go directly to Google Chrome to download the extension or just click on this link, which takes us straight to the extension. So I'm just going to add to Chrome. So it has been added to Chrome. I'll come back to our landing page, and while we're on this landing page, I'm going to select the Chrome extension HTML to design. But for this to work, we have to change a particular setting on this Chrome extension and make sure that this particular toggle is on. Then I'm going to now select HTML to design. So once I have this selected, you can decide to choose your themes, you can decide to choose your viewports. You can either save the file locally or you send directly to Figma plugin, but I'm just going to save it locally, and then I make sure I select capture current page. So you can see we have a new file that we just downloaded, and we're now going to take this file and drag it into our Figma plugin on Figma. So I'll quickly import the file that we just downloaded using the HTML to design Chrome extension. By default, the design will always be in auto layout. Then you can toggle this on. I'm going to just proceed and wait for our landing page design to load. You can see that we've successfully imported our landing page. For us to properly see it, I can just bring it outside of this frame. And the good thing is that it's pretty much editable. As you can see, it's not perfect. You can either fix that on Claude AI using a better prompt, or you can work your way around it on Figma. Obviously, we have our components so that whatever we edit can reflect on our landing page. So this is what it looks like while previewing it. And this was the one I generated initially before I made the tutorial. If you're also someone that makes good use of Figma Make, you can be able to work your way around this using Figma Make as well. So you could try this and let me know if it works for you. We've come to the end of this tutorial and I hope that you learned something today. If you have questions or any concerns at all, do let me know in the comment section.